Hello the cop, please subscribe my channel for follow Liverpool Football Club news on every days. Liverpool's 2 disallowed goals explained as Klopp slams referees amid VAR call. Harvey Elliott's goal against Burnley in the Premier League was disallowed for the second time in the match by VAR Simon Hooper, denying Liverpool a score. Due to VAR, Liverpool's second goal against Burnley was disallowed. From an offside position, Simon Hooper believed Mohamed Salah was obstructing James Trafford's view. After Harvey Elliott put the ball in the goal, his joy was short-lived. The Echo claims that Hooper's intervention was triggered by Salah's positioning in close to Trafford's eye line. That happened after Liverpool had already had 1 goal disallowed due to a foul call by on-field referee Paul Tierney, following which Cody Gakpo scored a powerful finish. 2 decisions went against Jurgen Klopp's team at Turf Moor, so they had to work hard for a crucial victory. In the end, Liverpool would need to wait until stoppage time to complete the match. However, Elliott believed he had succeeded when he scored in front of the departing supporters. Following a feed from Ryan Gravenberch, he raced forward and beat the Burnley goalie. After examining the pitch side monitor, referee Tierney initially gave the goal the go-ahead, but then determined that Salah was offside and obstructing Trafford's view. Thus, the objective was rejected. Elliott's shot and the rapid build-up made it look nearly impossible for his England under-21s colleague to save it. Additionally, replays revealed that Salah was forced into an offside position by Burnley defender Jordan Bayer. This led Klopp to lament referees who had never played football and wonder how this scenario could not qualify as a goal, via "This is Anfield." The on-field referee chalked off the first goal that was disallowed, and Klopp was not particularly questioned about it. It is understood that Tierney was only a few feet away when the VAR decided not to alter the call. Hooper believed there was not enough information to identify a glaringly obvious mistake. Due to these calls, Liverpool had to clumsily hang on to their narrow advantage while Vincent Kompany's squad gathered momentum. But Diogo Jota, who hadn't appeared on the field since November 25, came off the bench to seal the victory from a close distance. The Reds now lead the Premier League, 1 point clear of Arsenal, who take on West Ham on Thursday. Strong remarks from Klopp, and they very likely would have been stronger had Liverpool lost, according to Liverpool.com. Although he is justified in being irritated by the choices, placing former players in the VAR room is probably not the solution he wants. Under VAR, the first one was a very typical incident. Most people would concur that the initial call was most likely incorrect, but an overturn was avoided by the muddy waters of clear and obvious. In the second, VAR had an opportunity to shine. It could have warned Tierney of the shove after correctly identifying the offside, but it chose not to, leading to an entirely unreasonable and unfair conclusion. Klopp frustration as Liverpool boss gives verdict on Gakpo and Elliott goals. In Liverpool's 2-0 victory over Burnley, goals from Cody Gakpo and Harvey Elliott were disallowed. On Boxing Night, Liverpool defeated Burnley 2-0, and Jurgen Klopp made hints about his displeasure with 2 VAR rulings that resulted in goals being chalked off for Liverpool. Darwin Núñez and Diogo Jota's goals at the conclusion of the game were enough for the Reds to overtake Arsenal at Turf Moor and take the lead atop the Premier League standings. Nevertheless, Cody Gakpo and Harvey Elliott disallowed goals for Núñez and Charlie Taylor's alleged foul and Mohamed Salah's offside position, respectively, cost Klopp's team a goal in each half. The goal for Darwin was as important as the second, Klopp stated. "It's quite difficult. Cody scored once more, then Harvey got a fantastic goal that they simply took away. But it's all okay because we won the match. I found the first half to be incredibly enjoyable. I have no idea how many finishes we had today. In the previous 3 games, we may have had 80 shots, and today we may have had over 100 in 4 games, which is ridiculous. It's obvious that we ought to have been more composed and wrapped up the game much sooner. Again, though, that shouldn't aggravate me. I am aware of the period's intensity. It all comes down to overcoming obstacles and achieving goals. We earned the 3 points we received today. We never did it the easy way as long as I've been at Liverpool, but we could have gotten it easier. Thus, why should we give up on that right now? He said, why do referees create their own view on something, in an interview with Amazon? Every football fan needs a referee, but we also need them to understand the rules correctly. It's quite striking. Sometimes handball is handball, and these kinds of things. Burnley fans provide a significant chanting message ahead of their matchup with Liverpool. On Hoda, who scored the game-winning second goal upon her return from a month away. I love Diogo Jota, but he missed opportunities in the past as well, Klopp continued. That's just how it works, we always look for the players who aren't involved, and then we assume they have the power to alter the course of events. It's true that Diogo is a crucial player for us and that his absence alters the entire dynamic. But before then, he had squandered opportunities. He had no opportunity to cast doubt on himself during his recent weeks in recovery, therefore the goal he scored tonight was the product of a child full of conviction. Jurgen Klopp already gutted as Liverpool prepare to lose, very important £16 million player. Wataru Endo's form comes at a regrettable time for Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp, who is getting ready to go for the Asian Cup in early 2024. Tuesday night at Turf Moor, the Reds defeated Burnley 2-0 to record another victory. Despite being dominant in the first half, Darwin Núñez's goal gave Liverpool a 1-0 advantage. Burnley really placed pressure on the Liverpool goal, and Red supporters probably worried that they would be punished for failing to get a vital second goal. Ultimately, though, that ambition was achieved when Diogo Jota made a spectacular comeback from injury by coming off the bench. Wataru Endo, a Liverpool midfielder, is praised by Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp will be happy with the clean sheet because Liverpool had to fortify themselves and survive some Burnley pressure in the second half. Wataru Endo, a holding midfielder, had a crucial performance. The Japan international performed admirably against Burnley in addition to being brilliant against Arsenal on Saturday night. During a mining show in Lancashire, Endo recorded 4 successful aerial duels, 3 clearances, 2 crucial passes, 1 interception, and 1 shot on target. Now, Klopp has shifted to praising £16 million summer acquisition Endo, albeit with a hint of regret as well. The Liverpool manager expressed his admiration for Endo's performance at Turf Moor on the team's official website. Klopp remarked, "What a boy and what a player," admiring how Endo had developed into a very important member of the Liverpool team. The issue is that Endo is scheduled to depart for the Asian Cup. Klopp believes it is unfortunate that after Endo establishes himself in the Premier League, he will have to leave for several weeks. "I must admit, I really enjoyed this game," Klopp remarked. "It's unfortunate that after finding his footing, he is heading to the Asian Cup, but that's life, it's all right. What a player, what a youngster, and how very significant. We have to play without him at least in January, but he is present when we play Newcastle. The boys then depart, so we'll have to figure out another route. However, I am very glad for him right now." He said, "I'm really happy about that because it took him a little bit of time to really show how good he really is." How many games is Endo going to miss? The Asian Cup will begin in Qatar on January 12, but a few players will depart for training camps ahead of time. As one of the favorites, Japan should easily defeat Vietnam, Iraq, and Indonesia in Group D. Endo would play for Japan until February 10 if they made it to the final, which would keep him out of several Liverpool games. Endo can play against Newcastle United on Monday, as Klopp notes, but he will then leave and miss the FA Cup match against Arsenal. Endo would thus miss Premier League matches against Bournemouth, Chelsea, Arsenal, and Burnley in addition to both legs of the EFL Cup semi-final matchup with Fulham. If Japan advances to the final, that would mean 7 games without Endo. Some Red supporters could have a self-serving wish that Japan loses early so that Endo can come back to Merseyside. Hello the Cop, please subscribe my channel for follow Liverpool Football Club news on everydays.